Hi, Scorpio, and welcome to August 2022. This read is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Okay, I'm using the Gilded Tarot Royale for the general, as I always do. The Light Seers to add flavor to the read. And then I just bought these karma cards, which will allow us to get an overall message for your read. I bought the karma cards because being that we're on the 3D earth plane, it's imperative that we work on self. And for most of us, we are working on ourselves in order to clear our karma. The universal law of cause and effect. Hence, when you do so, you don't bring anything over into the next life, per se. Like, if you don't have repeating patterns, then, which is pretty much everyone's story has patterns, yes, but specific patterns that have been recurring over the course of time clearly states that our karma has not been cleared. Typically, through forgiveness, one may clear their karma. Okay? All right, this just flipped out. The Moon card, it's Cancer, right? So what we have is the Moon. We have this Moon actually in Leo, but Leo Cancer could be, prime people that you're dealing with, right? However, the message here is the feelings that you have been illuminated. The light has been turned on. We are no longer needing to guess what it is that, whatever depends on the cards come out, right? What our feelings are, right? We have a good feeling, a good sense of how we're feeling. I also see this, and it just, as I was looking at the card, I see this also as the world, right? Illumination of having it all. Believing that you can have it all. Yeah? Still waters run deep, for sure. All right? We do have the yin and yang of the wolves here. So, of course, intuition plays a huge part in how you're feeling, what you're doing, and the illumination of your own truth. From perhaps, I just lost my voice a little, the transformation of what you've been going through is something that you've been dealing with perhaps since childhood. You could be dealing with a soul contract that now you're very clear, sorry about the glare, you're very clear about how you feel about, how you grew up, the feelings of maybe a brother-sister relationship and or a soulmate relationship where, at one time you had concerns that maybe you weren't feeling or intuitively hitting the mark of truth. However, this depicts that, wow, I truly see how I don't see it, I feel it. I truly feel the way I feel for someone, right? Be it a sibling and or a significant other, what have you. The beautiful butterflies are depicting a transformative time for you with regard to your feelings, right? And of course, I mean, still waters run deep and you're happy. This is really a happy place. The sunflowers, their energetic force from the sun's energy gives them, which is all of Mother Earth, gives them life. So sunflowers could be playing a huge factor. Butterflies also depict not only transformation, but the people from the other side. Also, we do have little mice here, so I think there was a a little concern, small worrying about maybe someone's, someone's, how they're feeling toward you also. Okay? Just not sure, or now the light, well, not now, now you are sure. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay. So we have a beautiful depiction again of the wholeness and the world being at your feet, literally, right? A body of water could also play a factor in the read as well, where you're just feeling really good. It's kind of like I'm hearing home base. It's like home base, right? Wherever your location, because you've heard me say person, place, or thing, right? So here we have sibling, soulmate, also depicting your emotional feelings about the good feels that you're at, where you're at, and who you're with. Yes? Do you understand? It's seeing a different perspective, because now, where at one time this was not an illumination of how you feel in your own truth, right? Now it's like, wow, I feel good where I'm at. I feel good about my connections, either siblings and or the other significant other, lover, etc. And I really feel good where I'm at this place in my life. It's really beautiful. And the wheel is turning for reasons to show you, and I just heard it. There's no place like home. I just heard it. There's no place like home. And you have two moons, right? So you're really feeling your childhood roots. Yeah? It doesn't have to be someone else. It's just, wow, I feel good where I'm at. I feel at peace, right? I feel just really good in the location where I'm at. It feels really solid, although it's liquid. I had to say that for whatever reason. Okay, so let's go to the light seers, yeah? And let's just get some extra cards on this good feel of, like, there's no place like home. Truly. I really feel that you're experiencing a lot of reminiscing of childhood memories with siblings, playing out in the backyard. Not only is water pertinent, I also feel that you're very much into the outdoors, being outdoors, right? And what happens? Mother Earth heals us naturally, And oh my gosh, this just flipped out. 6 of Cups again. Are you kidding me? Wow. Right? So this is the extreme energy of childhood memories, soulmate relationships that bring up such good feels, and a sense of I feel now things are moving in the direction that I'm really feeling comfortable with my life right now, right? I feel at home. I'm telling you, Scorpio, you're sorry about the background noise. That's my nephew and nieces. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm not kidding. Wow. Look at this. Children I'm telling you, there's no place like home. Feeling really good. I mean, oh my gosh. I feel this excitement for you. Like, I'm really home. Now that could either be, in the deepest recesses, Because this, look at the depiction of this card. That's why I love the Light Seers deck. I mean, she has literally, she dove deep into the recesses of her subconscious. Hence, she sees both intuitively the yin and the yang of what you've experienced, how you've experienced it, and how you're feeling now in that experience. It's being illuminated twice. The energy is off the chain. I mean, I'm not kidding you. This is really awesome. And when this happens, this is like an intuitive, huge hit of, wow, this is where I'm headed. There is no place like home. And feeling not only where the location that you're at or where you've been, right? Where you're at, where you've been makes you feel like you're getting a sense of your footing, right? A sensibility of, wow, now I feel it. Now I see it. I mean, it's twice. And now if I'm telling you, if the Wheel of Fortune comes out, I'm going to just like, okay. All right, High Priestess. The High Priestess says, you know it. You know it. You know that what you feel is your own truth. You know it without needing to know it. You know deep in the recesses, I'm telling you again, that people, places, and things from your childhood have been really important, have played a huge part in your growth, which is maturity, right? From child to however old you are at this moment in time. Soulmates, right? Even twin flames. But I'm feeling this is siblings. This is children that you have. Also, dogs could play a big part in your life, or you love dogs, right? I'm not going to say who doesn't, because there are people that really don't feel good around dogs. As you can see with this High Priestess, the wheel now is telling you and showing you in your feels, good feels, that you need to trust your intuition with what you feel and how you're going about moving forward in your life. Just go with the flow. I mean, truly. I mean, this is like off the chain. This is off the chain. 2 Six of Cups and 2 Moons, right? So this moon, or the full moons, because these are full moons, okay? So not necessarily the new moon in Leo, but the next couple full moons, be very cognizant of your feelings with children, family, siblings, soulmates, etc., right? We sometimes need to label them just because we're only human, yeah? And when this wheel starts turning, Spirit's saying you've got to just go with the flow and go with not what you know, but what you feel. Okay? I'm being told to look at both bottom of the decks. We have the 8 of Swords on one hand and the Ace of Wands. So what are we doing? We've got this 8 of Swords where she thinks, because they're swords, she thinks she's stuck in her mindset, which is her ego. So the feminine could feel, it doesn't have to be, but either way, I feel that there was a time that Scorpio, you felt you were stuck, or someone felt stuck and couldn't get out of their own way. Okay? And then the Ace of Wands is like, wow, look at another beautiful depiction, very similar to the High Priestess. You could be dealing with a High Priestess, with someone who has great intuition, psychic abilities, and or does understand the work of spirit. A new beginning, a new passionate beginning, but Spirit's telling you that whatever you're feeling here is reciprocal. And reciprocal. That's why you have two doggies, two children, right? Child, adult. This could be your growing up, right? When from childhood to maturity, right? Also, the wheel turning says go with the flow. Hence, another 2, because her eyes are closed and so are hers. And so are hers. The only card in this reading that really sets the tone apart from the rest is that at one point someone did not feel free. Someone felt confined to their egoic sense of self. This could also mean that whomever you've been dealing with or you is getting out of their own way by what they think and going with the flow, right? And a new beginning. The ace depicts all new beginnings. This could be whatever you're feeling, however you're feeling, it's a new beginning. Let me just go one more further. 6 of Pentacles. See, 2 again, 2 hands, giving and receiving. The energy exchange of a new direction is going to be reciprocal. It's on the same page. And that's exactly why these 2 cards came out identical. Because you guys are identical. Hence, I'm going to say it. Twin flame could be very well twin flame. Soulmates, whatever. But I really am feeling with a mirror is happening here. A reflective time for you, Scorp. But also the mirror is showing you what you need to know you already know. What you thought you knew, right, with this, what you thought, let me go further with this one. What you thought, Spirit's saying, it's not about what you think, because that's your ego, right? It's the manipulation of the ego in the sense that it tells us and it can justify so many things. Look at this, masculine and feminine, both in the same boat. One's an 8 and one's a 10. Being in your own way, both masculine and feminine here, look. Both masculine and feminine look as though the mirror has 2 faces, for sure. Which does not mean anything else except someone literally ended the, being so egoic because of an ending. Because what happened was the ego stepped in and made the situation very difficult for one person or both to set themselves free. So 2 people have set themselves free. And now we are reflecting, reflecting on the yin and the yang of masculine and feminine, as well as whomever has made you feel, like home. You can run, but you can't hide, so to speak, I mean, that's how it is for all of us when we're on our journey, right, of self-love. So when this wheel turns, and it is, Spirit saying, you got to just go with your feels. What are you feeling the most? Yeah? Get out of your head. We all, Scorpios typically go with how they're feeling. Very deeply, nonetheless, is how they feel. But, don't get me wrong. Everyone has an ego. But once you settle the score with your ego and say, listen, I'm not stuck, I'm free, an ending has happened, clearly. I mean, this is an ending. Someone walked away from a relationship. Look, let's just go a little deeper, Spirit said, just for a minute. A Gemini, Libra, Aquarius has left, called it quits. An ending because it was a feeling of being stuck. You know, the masculine got hurt. The feminine said, wow, I can't be stuck anymore. So where's the love? Forgiveness must look at another butterfly here. But you see the two the seagulls. The seagulls are looking at one another. All right? Butterfly, seagulls, same thing. The masculine wanting to come in. There could be someone coming in, because it looks like this, right? As the cards come out, it's like this. Yeah? So the page is typically someone coming to say, listen, it could be, I'm sorry. It could be, let's figure out why we're feeling the way we're feeling, and not from an egoic perspective. Right? King of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It could be in your or your other person's, in your other person's natal chart. Look, she's reversed. So here's the thing. As we dig deeper, it looks like the Queen of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, felt confined, stuck to, and what do the air signs want above all? Truth. If the truth cannot be told, if the action of truth was missing, and someone felt stuck, as a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius looks like very stuck, because where's the love? The promise of a love. This is the Holy Grail. And the action of doing so and or not doing so led this person to say, you know, we're done. I'm done. Right? So this looks like it is definitely a soulmate connection. Right? Someone from a distance who maybe it is someone that you grew up with or feels like home. But I'm telling you right now, if it is a person and or a place, they have to be in sync. It's got to, you have to feel like home. People, when you know it's right, they feel like home. There's trust, there's loyalty, there's compassion, right? And it works here as a mere reflection, right? It goes like this. One sees the other as themselves. Not that the other completes, you know, you complete me. That's not what I'm talking about. Two people that are whole, full moons, whole, the ending of two people that need to be whole in terms of your heart. Your heart needs to be whole before any type of union can happen. And that's what Spirit's saying here, right? And you already know it. You know, because you're Scorpios. You guys know things. You know things because why? You feel them. So if that is something that is what has been happening, then you must always, no matter what, person, place, and or things in our lives must feel like home. All right, let's get 3 cards here. So in dealing with the situation, it looks like we are needing to communicate about how we've matured, how certain limits have and were placed upon us. I'm just going to give you the oracle message because it's about the message, not about the cards, so to speak. The change that must take place in order, Scorpio, for you guys to understand the mystery of life and how your changing is your maturing, because here we have your maturing. It could be the masculine, yes. A maturity of some sort where certain limits were imposed here. Certain limitations between the masculine and the feminine were imposed upon this so-called relationship and or the feelings of oneself. The caution was because one needed to be on the same page as the other. Yeah. And that's what causes havoc. That's what causes the, not only the yin and yang, yeah, but more so the influence of one person and the other not being whole together on the same page. Yeah. And so an ending has happened because there had to be some sort of action taken, right? And action was not taken. I mean, we see this with these three cards. Action in love was not taken. And then, you know, truth needs to be told in order for loyalty to be had. So, therefore, those are the limitations of a relationship. In a relationship, one and or both must be whole at the time, right? That's why we do, you know, this, right? The heart. The heart knows. And that's what this is. The heart knows. It's mirroring each other. The heart knows. I mean, it's subconscious. It's from the deepest feelings in our hearts where we know already. Yeah? So in order to take your personal power back, communication about the fluctuating yin and yang of, you know, the imbalance per se of both parties here, speak very, very clearly to the fact that things are going to change, and you got to feel your way through this with the two moons, and you have to know that it's going to feel like home. There's no place like home. That's your read. And it's a beautiful depiction of, and it happens all the time, where a new beginning can only start. Let's go here for just a minute. A new beginning can only start when two have become whole. Because two wholes become one. And it's not you complete me. No, it's not. Look, Six of Swords again. And that's what happened. It was not a reciprocated love offer. Hence, one felt stuck, nothing was going on, so they left. Right? Looks like it was the Queen of Swords. It came out twice. You've had double cards in your reading the whole time. So I would be safe to say it's a Gemini who did not feel like the love offer was going to happen. Look, I'm just taking from the deck. I'm sorry, I don't have my desk, but look. In love, someone left because it was very clear to one person that maturity was maturing in a sense of spirituality, and dropping the ego on both sides became, one person was just on a different path than the other. And now this person has matured, as you can see, right? That could be you or the other person, but I feel like, Scorpio, you've been on path a Gemini has left the building, and it needed to be reciprocated. The love needed to be reciprocated. And the only reason it wasn't was because, and being stagnant and uncertain and not balanced, is because two people must feel the same way on the same level of the horizon, right? As above, so below. It has to be in sync. So one person was not yet on the same path. One needed to heal, forgive, learn, etc. And then that's when the power of intention, the power of will, the will to be again, as this turns, the will to have that same feeling again can be had, because you have all these, the full circle. People have now come full circle. Okay? I had to dig a little deeper for your reading, Scorpios, because the story does not just say there's no place like home. That means everything and every person that you encounter must feel like home, right? I mean, that's the beauty of the Wizard of Oz, Dorothy kept searching, and what she realized was that the people that really loved her and stuck by her through whatever she was going through, she had to go to Kansas to figure it out. Some of you guys are in Kansas right now. Anyway, all right. I send you so much love. Take care. Have a great month. I am still doing, very much so, readings and my biofeedback, Mind, Body, Soul Connect. So please, hit me up if you're interested in any of those services. Take care, and I'll talk to you next month.